Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to take the neck off of an acoustic guitar. So let's get to it. Alright guys, here's the subject. Here's the acoustic guitar we're going to be taking the neck off of today. I've taped up the sound hole to protect the finish from my hands and my tools. And here are the tools we're going to be using. A scraper, either a sharp utility knife, this one's not so sharp anymore but it used to be, a sharp razor blade, and either a hex key or a hex socket with a ratchet and an extension. If you're lucky enough to have extension the right size, right length, you can use this in there. If not, you're going to be using a hex key, which can be tricky because with the short end you're not going to have enough leverage. Sorry, you might not have enough leverage and torque to undo it by hand. You may need to reach in with pliers to help give you that power. So let's take the neck off. Well, there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm just kidding. You might think I'm cheating by having the neck off already. I'm not. I removed the neck quite a while ago before I had the need to make this video. But I will show you exactly what I did. Take the sharp razor blade or utility knife, and you're going to want to score everywhere the neck joins the body. In case there's some finish overlapping the two different components, making a bridge, if you will, you want to cut through that. If you don't, when you remove the neck, it's going to make a lot more work for you because the finish is going to pull some of the wood chips out, which you're probably going to have some wood chips come out anyway, but you want to minimize that. So we've removed our bolts. Now for the iron. Yes, an iron. All these metal frets on the fretboard or fingerboard, which is the top of the neck that you play on, they're going to be little conductors for the heat. So we're going to turn our iron up, get it nice and hot, hold it on these frets where the neck attaches to the body, and all those frets are going to carry that heat through the fingerboard to the glue underneath. It's going to soften the glue. As we're working with the scraper, you're finally going to be able to go in. You want a nice thin sharp scraper too. Again, you have to be careful. You may want to put some tape on this area to protect the body of the guitar, depending on your experience level and how steady your hands are. But you want to get that scraper worked in. As it heats up and softens the glue, finally it's going to get in. The first time you do this, it's nerve-wracking. You feel like you're going to destroy the guitar with the heat and the scraper. You have to be patient and go slow. Like I said, keep on working that scraper in until it goes in both sides. Once you can get it underneath quite a ways, you can start prying up. And make sure you pry up on the body underneath the neck. So if you're going to do any damage, you want to do it here where it's more easily concealed when you put everything back together. So after a few minutes, it's going to take a while, you will get the neck free. Working underneath here, a little trickier because you can't get that heat in there. Luckily, since this one was broken already, that joint was basically already separated for me. So it saved me some time. And the neck will come off. It is somewhat modular, even though it's glued on and bolted on. As long as the glue they used can be softened by moderate heat, you will get that neck off. You will also get some wood chipping. Save those pieces, save every piece you can. Some of it was already chipped off from the break. Some of it came off when I was removing the guitar. I have a little sandwich bag full of the wood chips and other parts from the guitar. Save them because you can sit there and piece them back together afterwards. It's tedious, but it will really make a big difference in how the guitar looks afterwards. And that's it. The neck is off the guitar, ready for repair. I need to put this nut back into the guitar neck. I will press that in and glue it in place. Once that's back in place, I can reattach the guitar. Another thing I should mention, when I removed the guitar neck, some of the old binding beside the fingerboard broke. It was old, brittle. It was very, very thin, much thinner than normal guitar binding, and it broke off very easily. So instead of trying to piece it back together, I happened to have some binding that was almost the same color. So I took all the old binding off and glued all new binding on. And that's it, folks. You've separated the neck from the guitar. Now you can get to work cleaning it up and putting it back together. Thanks.